Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Paragon John coming back at you with another video. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. For my recurring viewers, your view is greatly appreciated, and if you're new, welcome to the channel. So guys, in this video I want to talk about work ethic, and I want to talk about specifically how it seems like Gen Z lacks almost any amount of work ethic, like at all. And you know, to be clear, I'm a Gen Z myself, okay? I was born in 99. I'm, in my mid to late 20s at the time that I'm recording this video. And so, I'm a Gen Z myself. And, so I can speak on this because I know what my generation is like. And I know what they're like in the workplace. And I know what I'm like. And I know how different I am and a lot of you are compared to a lot of these other Gen Z people out here today. And so, like, a lot of what you see, like, in the workplace in particular, are like a lot of what I see with other Gen Z people is like nothing but apathy, nothing but like, I don't want to be here. I can't even pretend like I want to be here, working this job. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I get it. Like, a lot of jobs suck. A lot of jobs are not very fun, and a lot of us don't really want to be there either. Like, I get it, but these Gen Z kids, dude, like, I don't want to say kids, like, these Gen Z young adults, right? A lot of them are just like, they don't even know what work ethic is. They can't. A lot of them, like, I've worked places before where literally some of the other employees who are Gen Z age are just sleeping. Like, they'll literally be sleeping on the fucking job, or they'll be goofing off the whole time, like talking about nonsense, talking about stupid shit, talking about reality TV, gossiping about people, or just talking about some garbage, some bullshit that they saw on TikTok or something like that. It's like, none of these people, bro, none of these Gen Z people can even pretend to take their jobs seriously, like, at all. Nobody has any kind of, like, ambition, really. Nobody cares about the work, like I said. And again, I get where that comes from a little bit. Like, the jobs suck. Nobody really wants to be at their job. I get it, but I mean, do these people not want to succeed? Like, what I don't understand about Gen Z is, like, as someone who is a Gen Z, and let me just give you guys a little bit of kind of background as far as how I was raised, and I'm a little bit different than most Gen Zs, I would think. And I was raised by a boomer father, okay? I was raised by a boomer father and a Gen X mother, okay? And so, my father always taught me growing up that it was important to have strong work ethic. It was important to give strong effort at what you do, and to be ambitious, and to want to achieve things in life, and to want to do things in life, and to not live this, like, almost this bummy, kind of loserish, like, lazy, like, no ambition life. He always made sure that I did my best at whatever I do in life, and to take pride in the things that you do, and all this kind of stuff, and to have passion, and to have to get, like, what's the word I'm looking for here, to have strong customer service and all this kind of stuff. Like, just be the best kind of worker that you can be, do the best you can do in life, and to be ambitious, to strive for more, and that sort of stuff. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from with work. And like I said, I've said it on the channel before, I happen to work a job that I like, that I enjoy, that's in my field, that I went to school for, that that is something that I'm passionate about and that I'm interested in. So that helps, right? Like, when I'm in my workplace, I'm not one of these people that's, like, taking it super seriously to where I'm like a total asshole, and I'm like delusional about the job and shit. Like, no, but at least I have some work ethic to where, like, I can do well at the position. I can enjoy it to a certain extent. I've got enough work ethic to where, like, I can strive for more. I can do more. I have ambition to do more, and I do the job to the best of my ability. It's not like I'm at my job fucking sleeping, like these other Gen Zs, or I'm just completely, like, not giving a shit about the job at all, to the point where I can't even hide it, to the point where, like, you know, anybody that even takes their job remotely seriously, I'm like gonna make fun of them and laugh at them because I'm just like some fucking idiot, some moron, some incompetent, like, fucking, you know, retard who just goofs around at my job all day because I'm incompetent and I don't, like, care about anything, or you know, that's how a lot of these other Gen Z people are that I've noticed. And I mean, it's not, again, it's not everybody. You know, I understand that there are some Gen Z people out there that do have strong work ethic and do have ambition, and you know, do have self-respect and actually respect themselves and have a certain level of work ethic. I do know that those Gen Z people are out there. I'm one of them, and I know that there are a lot of you are those people, but it's definitely not the majority, dude. Like, that's pretty much what I see at these jobs, at these 9-to-5 jobs, for the most part. These more kind of like lower level jobs, corporate jobs, or working fast food, working at some restaurant, or working at a warehouse, or, you know, working at a department store, like whatever it is that you do, whatever kind of corporate job or whatever kind of low level entry kind of job that you may find yourself working, and you're surrounded by Gen Z workers. I'm telling you, bro, like, a lot of these Gen Z people, they just don't give a shit at all, and they can't, like, they show that to you 100% at the job. Like, they don't want to be there, they don't care about whatever it is that they're doing, they lack passion, they lack spark, they lack, you know, just any kind of light, really. Like, these Gen Z people, like, they treat the job like it's a fucking joke. And again, like, I want to say, I know a lot of jobs are jokes, so I get where they're coming from. But like, if you went to college or you went to school and you spent all this money and all this time getting some degree so you could go get some job or whatever in whatever field it is, and then, like, all you do is goof around while you're there, you know what I mean? You have no interest in, like, moving up or starting your own kind of thing on the side, or just, like, you lack work ethic so much to the point where it's like you can't even pretend like you have any amount of work ethic at all. Like, a lot of these Gen Z people, bro, I'm telling you, man, a lot of these Gen Z people in this workforce today, they just, like, how do you expect to succeed in life? Like, it takes a serious amount of you know, willingness and dignity and dedication and effort, and it takes work ethic to become successful in the United States, you know what I mean? So it's like, I guess a lot of these Gen Z kids today, they were raised like in the most coddled way ever, where they feel like they don't ever have to work for anything at all. They think everything should just be handed to them. Like, I get like I'm sounding like a boomer here. I don't want to sound like a boomer here in this video, but I was raised by a boomer father, like I said, and so I think the boomers are right about some things. And one thing that I do think that they are right about is that Gen Z, like, generally speaking, as a whole, lacks work ethic and lacks a lot of it. And again, I know it's not everybody, but generally speaking, most people that I've seen in these workplaces, just from my personal experience, I've seen people sleeping, I've seen people not giving a fuck, I've seen people treating it like a joke, I've seen people making fun of other people who take their job seriously, making fun of anyone who has ambition, just anybody that's competent at your job. Like, you might be good at what you do or something like that, or you enjoy what you do to a certain extent, like, that you're going to be made fun of by a lot of these Gen Z people, because again, they don't give a shit at all. They don't want to work. You know, like I said, they don't really want to be there while they're there and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, if you're someone who has ambition today, dude, and you're like a Gen Z person, and you're in this Gen Z kind of age range, and you, like I said, you have any kind of level of ambition at all, you're going to find it very easy to get ahead in the workforce, or just in work life in general, because like I said, a lot of these Gen Z people, they're just so lazy to the point where it's like you can't even believe it. And it's like, they're just, you know, they're making it easy for you. If you're someone that has ambition or work ethic, they're making it easy for you to get ahead. So you don't really have much competition out here if you're a Gen Z who wants to get ahead, who wants to be ambitious and to do well, and do well at your job and all this kind of stuff, or whatever it is that you do. Yeah, a lot of the point is, like, I don't want to drag this one out too long. I'm kind of repeating myself here, but that's just what I've noticed, guys. A lot of Gen Z people in these jobs, in these 9 to 5 jobs, they extremely lazy, just extremely apathetic attitude, and yeah, the future of the country is not looking too great, guys. If this is what we're having to work with Gen Z, a lot of Gen Z people are not leaders. A lot of Gen Z people are just, they're on their fucking phone the whole time while they're on the job anyway. Like, and I get it's not just Gen Z. Like, a lot of the older generations are like this too in the workforce. A lot of people are just looking at their phone the whole time, just goofing off the whole time, or just, trying to do as least amount of work as possible the whole time. And so I get it, but yeah, if this is the future generation of the workforce, of adulthood in the United States, of leaders, we're kind of screwed, because Gen Z is lost. Gen Z has no work ethic. Gen Z has no ambition, no leadership. They just want to check out. You know what I mean? They just want to check out. They just want to sit there and stare at their phone the whole fucking time. Don't give a shit about anything. No customer service at all. Just bad attitude. Like, you guys get it. You guys have probably experienced it yourself with Generation Z. So, yeah, that's what I've experienced, guys, with Gen Z in the workforce. We lack work ethic. I'm gonna say we, because I'm a part of the generation myself too. We as a generation lack work ethic, and it's pretty bad. And I think we need more of it. I think we need more of it. I think, like, yeah, I get the system sucks. Don't get me wrong. I get the system sucks. I get working sucks a lot of times. But, I mean, it's a part of life, guys. It's a part of life. It's a part of capitalism. It's a part of being a citizen in the West. It's a part of being a human being in this modern society. And you have to work to live, unless you're rich. And so you got to have some work ethic, guys. You got to have some work ethic. So anyways, that's the video. That's my take on Gen Z in the workforce, Gen Z's level of work ethic. Let me know your perspective in the comment section. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.